Welcome to the Community Brew Podcast, Commerce and Conversations, brought to you by the carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce, where local business meets local flavor in the heart of the beautiful Desert Foothills region. We're serving up fresh insights, inspiring stories from business owners, experts, and community leaders shaping our vibrant community, including simple strategies to help you grow your business faster. And now, here's your host, President and CEO of the Carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce, Steve Feld.
Well, welcome to the Community Brew Podcast. I'm Steve Feld, your host, and with me today is Renee VanHeel from Pay It Forward Processing. Welcome, Renee.
Thanks, Steve, for having me. It's a pleasure.
Oh, well, the pleasure's all mine. So tell us and everyone a little bit about your business.
Well, our company is Pay It Forward Processing. We provide credit card processing of every kind, anywhere from B2B. We have point of sales. We do a lot of internet processing also. And the biggest part that I like is we have a give back program called Every Swipe Benefits Charity.
Nice.
My husband and I take a portion of all our transactions nationwide because we are licensed in every single state, and we take a portion of that and give it back to charity. So, and we've donated over $550,000.
Very nice.
Because, you know, in the credit card industry, well, I'm going to say it, it's a sleazy industry. We want to make sure that it is done right. But so we have some other companies that say, yeah, we give back. And I say, well, is there proof? So we actually have it on our Every Swipe Benefits Charity on our website with checks that we're giving to the charities and all of that. So it's nice. A lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to be able to give back.
Nice. And I know, having owned and operated businesses, working with business owners, hearing business owners, and now operating the chamber, credit cards are one of those top pain points for a lot of businesses.
It's such a pain. And this is what is, you know, when I interviewed, you know, those 100 businesses, the biggest thing is they said contracts. So we have no contracts whatsoever because businesses they think that they're signing a contract to lock in their rates. Mm-hmm. They are not. They are locking in that they are stuck whenever they raise their rates. And so we have never raised our rates in 25 years.
Wow.
And that is unheard of because we know there was a where the fees were raised quite a bit in January across the board. And we got called by Visa MasterCard. They said, you know, you really need to raise your rates. And we said, we told our merchants we will never do that. And we have not. And all they have to do if they are raising your rates is put it at the bottom of your statement that your fees have now just gone up. And as a business owner, how many of you actually either look online or open the envelope and read to the bottom? So that is one of the biggest thing, you know, when you're looking at different processors, no contracts. And you also have to be able to get a hold of somebody, which the majority of times you get stuck in a contract, then you never see the guy. Well, our account officers, our merchants have their direct phone number. Mm-hmm. So they're the first point of contact if there's an issue, and then they will either send you to our office, send you to tech support wherever is needed. And our tech support is English speaking. And that's probably the biggest two biggest pain points, but there's many more too. But the biggest thing is we go in and we'll do a free analysis, but it's not only just the pricing on your fees, but it's how you process a card. Like we just helped somebody in Colorado do a new system where it just freed up one of their admins 5 hours a week. And now they're doing the social media. So they move that person over, but we'll go in and do a full analysis. And because we work directly with these processors, we are not stuck with just certain equipment. We have multiple gateways that we use, multiple point of sales that we use. And that was important to us. We didn't want a single processor owning us. So we're very independent, and being licensed individually makes a big difference.
What got you, I always have to ask the question, like what prompted you to join a chamber?
Oh, I just knew. Well, big on networking. Yeah. And again, you know, being in San Diego with all the regulations and the laws that came down, I knew that the chamber was the only one fighting for us. And so I wanted to get involved to see where can we help? What can we do? I saw our clients getting hit right and left with regulations and new laws, and all it did was just take more and more and more of their profits. And that irritates me so bad because I know how hard a small business person works. It's our passion. We wouldn't start a business if we didn't want it to succeed. And we have to be able to make money. We have to be able to pay rent. We have to be able to send kids to college and all of that. So when I saw it just cutting in, and I just got really frustrated for them. And that's why also I know the fees on credit card processing are huge. So I said, if I can save you, like I just saved an automotive shop in Minnesota, $800 a month. Okay, that's a lot to me, and he goes, I can't believe it. And he didn't realize they had raised his rates.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. But going in and helping them and seeing where they can cut corners, and we do, ever since COVID too, it is more acceptable to charge the customer. So, doing that, we call it a cash discount because surcharging, every state has different laws on surcharging. So just talk to me about it. You have to be very careful. But being able to charge the customer a reasonable amount, we do all of that too, which I think is important. And again, there's a lot of details and rules and regulations on how to do it. So please, if you're doing it, you can call me and just say, am I doing it the right way? If you're doing it with us, we provide all the signage and everything that you need. Because I really want to talk about the chamber. And, I want to talk about how in California, the chamber is the only group that fights for small business.
Yes,
so it ends up going nationwide. What are the benefits? It's building that relationship and knowing that the chamber is fighting for you as a small business. So you need to plug in. People don't understand the importance of what a chamber does. They just think they join it and they're going to get business.
Networking and, passing my business cards around. It's like, that's a part of it. Okay. Developing relationships, being part of your community, having someone fighting for you because you don't have the funds or the backing to do it.
Yeah. Because I've talked to some of our clients and I say, are you part of the chamber? And they go, no, I don't think it's necessary. I go, and then I sit down with them and I say, no, it is really necessary for this reason. Yes, you're local, but you don't understand how much they fight for you on these rules and regulations that either the government's trying to get it into law or they're trying to cut from what we do as small business owners. So
True.
Yeah. And I stress it with every single one of my clients. Yeah.
And we're fighting hard.
Well,
but we need their voice.
We do. And if they're not part of the chamber, we don't know what their pains are.
Right.
And they have to know that the chamber is a safe place to come and voice your complaints. But we also want them to come with solutions, and we also like to bring solutions.
That's it.
Because that's what the chamber is more about than anything, is getting those solutions put together. And that's where being part of the U.S. Chamber, Small Business Council, we feel, again, it's just amazing that we got asked to be part of it because there's only 85 businesses nationwide. But we go to DC and fight. So what we're fighting for here in our cute little town of Cave Creek and Carefree, I get to go and take and bring it to a larger scale. So, and that's where I didn't know when I first started and joined the chamber that we had the EBCC, but I don't think that small businesses understand what goes on down there with the manufacturing, with all of that. It 100% pertains to our successes up here. Yeah. So I love it. And I can't thank you enough for being such an advocate for the small business. I have a huge passion for small business. I've been a small business owner since I was 12. So, and I'm getting a little bit older. So, but the experience of helping small businesses, to me, that just gives you just a joy to be able to do. And I see that in you too. Well, and that's why the chamber is so important too, because you have a lot of solopreneurs or where they have, 4 or 5 employees. they need somebody to partner with,
Right.
to be able to say, hey, I have this going on, do you have any suggestions?
Sure.
And I don't think that businesses utilize building that relationship with
That's
other
true.
business owners, because that is why we are where we're at. Is I have formed alliances with our merchants, and we'll get together twice a year and we'll come in with problems we're having, and we find solutions. And you're going to learn more from other business people.
Absolutely.
And we have a rule in our company. You can come with a complaint, but you have to have 3 solutions at the same time, or we're not listening. Or you can come with one and say, well, I only have one solution. And then we talk about it and we find the answer.
Exactly.
And that's what people need to utilize the chamber for. And people don't realize how important culture is.
Yeah.
When we started 25 years ago in the credit card processing industry, we saw what a sleazy industry it was. And so I went and interviewed 100 businesses and said, what is your pain points? I took all those pain points and we did exactly the opposite. And we started with servant leadership, and that's the culture. And it's really been super, super successful, because it's always about putting the business first.
That's it.
And when you can do that, and I mean, if you have a restaurant, you always put the customer first, greet them with smiles, greet them with joy. I have the saying, it's fun making money.
Yeah.
And it's more fun helping someone else make money.
There you go.
And that's, I see that culture coming back into the chamber here, because if we don't put the businesses first, what can we do to help you?
Right.
You'll succeed, but it's just
That's
not the same.
We're here to help business owners
Yeah.
in many ways, you know.
Yes. Well, and the chamber is very powerful and can do that.
Yeah.
And, it has been so good for our business, because we're a national company. So we're in chambers all the way from Maryland to San Diego to Minnesota, all over. And it's interesting to see every chamber different.
Oh, yeah.
And, and chambers evolve, and
They do.
One chamber doesn't have to be the get all. That
No.
if you want to learn something else, or you want to do a mastermind or a networking group, you can go and visit and join other chambers.
Oh, absolutely. You don't have to be in one.
I love being a connector. It is amazing to be able to do that and see people grow from that. Well, so my husband and I have owned businesses through 5 recessions. We only lost money in the first one. And even through COVID, our business grew, because we helped everybody get mobile swipers, get their store online done. We offered all these services for free. But what was very helpful in getting us through these recessions was our mastermind.
Oh, absolutely.
Because getting ideas from totally different categories, types of businesses, it is priceless. We did a couple that was big learning experience.
Yeah.
Because you have to start, a lot of times you have to start a business and find out what you like to do and what you don't like to do. We had a limousine company, and we had it for 3 years. And that was the hardest business I've ever done. And we said, not doing this again, because a lot of business owners get stuck in their ways. We have thousands and thousands of clients nationwide, and that's what we helped through COVID. It's like, you've got to think outside the box. You got to diversify. It doesn't mean you're going to stop doing this, but as small business owners, we can't get in a rut. We have to constantly be thinking, what can complement what we're doing right now?
That's it.
And it doesn't mean you have to start a whole new business, but people don't realize there is a ton of things that will complement what they're currently doing. This is where I even get more passionate about helping through advocacy. And this is when the U.S. Chamber came to me and said, hey, I see what you're dealing with. Will you help us fight it on a national level? And I said, in a heartbeat, I would do it. So as a business owner, we have learned you have to look at every challenge as a plus.
That's it.
And I never, ever dreamt I would live in Arizona. The chamber has to offer is being, when you're down and out, show up for breakfast.
That's it.
We don't care.
No.
You don't have to talk, but being around positive people,
That's it.
super, super important.
Oh,
So one of our biggest pivotal points was in 2007, we lost our house in a wildfire in San Diego. Okay, everybody thinks, oh my gosh, so terrible. Yeah, it's pretty devastating. But again, 3 days to cry. And then it's like, okay, what do I have to do
That's
next?
it.
And the blessings that have come out of it is incredible. I started a group called Fired Up Sisters. 600 out of the 1,100 homes, 600 of the women became part of it. And I would go to businesses because we all were severely underinsured, like a lighting company or a tile company. I said, in 07 was a recession. So I said, I will bring all these women in here to shop if you give them a 25% discount, but you have to give 10% back to the Fired Up Sisters. Okay, so they did it. We raised well over $3 million worth of money, goods, and service. I mean, we even had Tempur-Pedic donate 2 semi-truckloads of mattresses.
Nice.
It was awesome. But the good part that really came out of it is when I came back to work, I said, David, we can do this with our credit card processing customers. I said, we're going to take a portion of every transaction and give it to charity. So that's how our give back program, Every Swipe Benefits Charity, started. Last month, we hit over $550,000 that we've donated to charities. And, you know, there's no possible way that program would be here if we would not have lost our house in the wildfires.
That's it.
So it's like, yes, crap happens, but you got to give yourself at least a day, you know, and I want to also encourage businesses to find a way to give back, you know, and with our program, we do it in the business's name, but it comes out of my husband and I's pocket. So they're able to use us, Every Swipe Benefits Charity, as their giving arm, because the businesses don't have a lot of free flowing cash,
Right.
but even if you're not a client of Pay It Forward, I would love to just mastermind with you on how to figure out to have a giving arm, because a high percentage of customers will shop at your place and utilize you if you are giving back. All right.
So what's one thing that has kept you motivated in your business?
Helping small businesses save money, letting them know that they're doing a good job, letting them know that they don't have to worry about their rates going up, but also connecting them on other things. You know, if they need a good bookkeeper, if they need, you know, a good accountant, things like that. Our merchants know, as well as the majority of our account officers, we are connectors. If you need something, we know where to send them. And they so trust us. So I would say at least 3 times a day, I'm doing introductions for people.
Oh, good.
But it takes time to get your sphere together that you know is really good, because you've got to be very careful who you connect to who.
Absolutely.
And if you're a difficult merchant, you get 0 connections. I'm not going to do that to my wonderful businesses I work with. So
couldn't agree with you more. So how can people get a hold of you?
Oh, you can definitely go to our website and learn more about us at www.pfprocessing.com, or you can call me directly. I do not mind giving out my cell number, 858-472-7295. Texting works great, or an actual phone call is awesome.
Nice. And we'll have all of Renee's contact information in the show notes in case you didn't pick that up. Renee, I just want to say, any final thoughts that you'd like to leave with everyone?
I really do want to encourage you to be part of the chamber and utilize it to grow your business. Don't get caught in the minutia of your business. Let's come together so we can help each other grow and accomplish the goals that we all have in our small businesses.
Great. Well, if you are looking to maybe just even, I would say, shop your rates, just to have someone else take a look at what you're paying for on credit card processing, give Renee a call. You'll be more than happy to help someone out on that, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So please take a look at that, because that is a major expense in most businesses. And it's one of those hidden expenses you just keep paying and never really look at it, like Renee was saying. So give her a shot, give her a call. She will help you out. And if she can't, she will definitely give you plenty of resources. I know that for a fact.
Well, and I also say we're going to give you good news either way.
Yes.
You're good where you're at, or we can help you.
Exactly.
And that's what life's all about, being honest and helping where you can.
Just want to say thank you very much for being on the podcast and for us to get to know you a little bit better. And thanks for sharing all your wisdom about advocacy as well. I'm Steve Feld. This is Renee VanHeel, wishing you and your business much success. And don't forget to like and subscribe to whatever favorite channel you are watching or listening to this on. Have a great business day.
Thanks for joining us on the Community Brew Podcast, Commerce and Conversations. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, fellow business owners, and community champions. Don't forget to check out our other episodes for more tips, stories, and strategies to help your business grow, all served with a local twist. Until next time, stay connected, stay inspired, and keep brewing success in the desert foothills. The Carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce wishes you much success.